2 Corinthians 3:18 says, "But we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into that same image from glory to glory, just as from the Lord, the Spirit." Now, if you're joining us in reading through the 60-day reading plan, today's reading is 2 Corinthians 2 and 3, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, 2 Peter 1, verses 3 and 4 outlines for us exactly what Paul is speaking about when he wrote 2 Corinthians 3:18. Peter writes this, "Seeing that his divine power has granted us everything pertaining to life and godliness, through the true knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and his excellence. For by these he has granted to us his very precious and magnificent promises, so that by them you may become partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that's in the world today by lust." Well, today I'd like to introduce you to a concept that's not addressed very much in the Protestant world, in Protestant Christianity. Today I'd like to talk about participating in the energies of God. In Colossians 1:29, Paul says that it is God's energy who is working through him, Paul. The Greek word literally is the word which we get our English word energy from. It's energia. We are to work with the energies of God. We are to be transformed by his energies. We are to be changed through his energies, and we're to work according to his energies. This concept is not thought about in most Protestant circles. We, particularly in the Western Christian circles, tend to think of our walk with Christ as a mental walk. We tend to think individualistically rather than in communion with God. Frankly, we tend to leave God out of most of our situations. We talk about praying, and we talk about certainly giving God the credit when something happens, but we do not believe that we participated in God's energies making that happen. Now, that does not mean that we should exhibit flashy gifts and act weird. It means that we place our trust in what God is doing, and through his power that we can do what he needs us to do. Rarely do we believe that it is through us that miracles happen. Now, I'm reminded of a young woman who was diagnosed with a particularly vicious type of cancer. Her need was made known, and a number of people prayed very fervently for her healing. Recently, we received word that she had been healed. Now, certainly the doctors and medicine played a very large part in what occurred, but it was God who allowed that to happen, and it was through our prayers and our communing with God that this miracle occurred. Now, this shouldn't make us proud. It should make us happy, but pride is not what the miracle should bring. This miracle should bring into us a state of awe that God allowed us to participate with him in this young woman's healing.